Hello class, I'm Mr. Wilson and today we're going to take a look at constructing congruent triangles. The tools we'll need today are a straight edge, a compass, and a pencil. Let's take a look at our first example. Example 1 asks us to construct triangle DEF congruent to triangle ABC. So we are given triangle ABC to start out with, and we need to construct a congruent triangle DEF. The first step in the process is to start out with a line segment that will be longer than AC. So we'll take our straight edge and our pencil and draw a line segment that is longer than segment AC. The next step is to label our first vertex. Since A corresponds to D, this vertex right here is going to be D. So we'll put a dot there and label it D. The next step is to find point C. To do that, you open up your compass, the length from A to C. After you found that length with your compass, keep that length, move the point of your compass to point D, and make an arc on your line segment that you just made. You're going to label that now. Since this one is ordered ABC, this next triangle is going to be ordered DEF. That makes this point F. So the last point that we need to find is point E. To do that, you first put the point of your compass on A and measure out to B. Keep your compass at that setting. Go over here and you're going to put an arc up there that will be in that position. So we've measured D to E. We need to now measure F to E. So in the corresponding triangle, we put the point on C and measure out to B. Once we find that length, we put the point of the compass on F and make an arc that intersects the last arc that we just made. So we found our last vertex, that is point E. Draw a dot and label it point E. Now you just want to connect the dots. We connect D to E. And lastly, we connect E to F. And you are finished. We have this triangle being perfectly congruent to this triangle. Let's take a look at one more example. This time we will construct triangle XYZ congruent to triangle LMN. So we start out with a triangle LMN. If you remember, the first step is to draw a segment. This time we're going to draw a segment that is longer than LM. And in our new triangle, since we have LM being down here, LM, we're going to have XY over here. So we're going to label this first vertex X. And now if you remember from before, we need to find this length from L to M. That's going to be our XY. And we put the point on L, measure out to M, and carry that measurement over here. Put the point on X and make an arc. Now we have found our second point. Our second vertex is point Y. So we have one point left to find, and that would be point Z. So we're going to start by measuring L to N. Carry that measurement over here, and about where that position would be, we're going to make an arc. One more measurement to do, and that would be M to N over here. It's going to be our measurement from Y to Z. We put the point on M and measure out to Z. Take that measurement over, put it on Y, and make an arc that intersects with that last arc that we made. Finally, you want to label that point as XY is going to be Z. Connect the dots. And we have triangle LMN being congruent to triangle XYZ. So we finished making that triangle. I hope you've learned something today and carry on your learning of constructions with more examples.